Just so much excitement. It's been almost a year since we played our last game, so we have a tough schedule ahead, but we're really excited for it.
Pitching has been a key factor for this team in recent years. You've been an integral part of that, but you're also losing Emily Kirby. What's it like now stepping into that ace role, and who is with you there who you feel can contribute in the circle?
Right. Yeah, Kirby's a big loss. She's been a big help the past 3 years. So I think for me, I've had experience and I've been able to pitch alongside Kirby and get some knowledge. So I'm very excited for this role that I'm going to step into. We have the transfer, Emily Estroff, and then Bachman and Dieter getting one more year in them. They're going to have to step up in the circle this year, but I believe in them. I believe in all four of us, so I think we can do it.
You mentioned the schedule. Any teams in particular you're looking forward to, or are you just going to enjoy the opportunity to play against so many ranked teams, especially early in the year?
Yeah, it's a blessing, to have the opportunity to put myself against the best competition in the country. Oklahoma starting off, defending national champions, so that's exciting. One game probably I'm most excited for is Kentucky at home, just because I'm from Kentucky, so that'll be a neat experience.
You guys have had a lot of success the past few years, and getting to regionals and winning a game or two there. How do you leverage what you've learned those past few experiences, those seasons, going into this year to kind of try to raise the bar a little bit more?
Well, I think we have a lot of returners that have experienced that, so that's always a plus. Having people that have been in that moment and felt that pressure, been able to be in those big situations, it gives you confidence. And the next time you're in that situation, it gives you like, hey, I can do this. I've been through this before. And it also allows us to help younger ones that haven't had that experience be like, okay, this isn't bad. Like, it's just like any other game. So I think with a lot of returners here this year, I think it's going to help us a lot.
Got a lot of returners, but also some newcomers. Who are some newcomers that we should look out for?
Definitely Emily Estroff, in the pitching circle. She's going to have a lot of responsibility helping me. KK in the outfield, she's going to be a big help. Savannah Woodard. Those are just off the top of my head. But
From the scrimmages you had over the fall and here, preseason practices, what do you feel could be a strength of the team this year?
we are really fast. I'll tell you from previous years, I can tell you we're fast. Our outfield, every single person that we could put in there is fast. We can cover a lot of ground. We have a lot more slappers and just a lot more steal threats. So I'm really excited about that part of our game.
So basically, they clone Mary Claire a bunch of times.
Yeah, yeah.
How much does that excite you, speed-wise, especially as a pitcher, knowing like some of these balls that may have in years past gotten into the gap are now being caught?
Oh, it's so exciting. Every out counts, especially, if I'm a pitch to contact pitcher, I don't get a whole lot of strikeouts. So anytime we can cover more ground, it's great. And then also on the offensive side, what a advantage, putting down a bunt, moving people, just being able to produce runs is a big deal.
With Emily now moving to a coaching role, how has that transition been? It's kind of different when you go from being a teammate to a coach.
Yeah, it's definitely weird because I've played with her for the past 3 years and been roommates with her and stuff like that. But she has a lot of knowledge and experience, and I respect that. It's just been great. I think she has a lot of wisdom, and it's nice to learn from her.
I don't know if this probably doesn't get overlooked, but having a catcher like Huddy back there, how much does that help, especially not only with you, but all these other girls that she's developed so much on the defensive side that she'll be able to help out so much there.
Yeah, Caroline, actually, I told her this, like, with her not being able to catch me for a while, when she starts catching me again, I'm like, holy crap, you're good. Like, I always knew she was good, but whenever you kind of take it for granted and then she comes back, it's amazing to see, and she just makes it look so easy, and I think she's a good teacher, too, so she can help other catchers develop their game, and right now they're getting opportunities to show what they have.
Yes, sir. Everybody is so excited to go to California and Mexico, especially starting off with these long trips. It's just like a fun way to start the season. I've always felt that way. Just a big trip, it's definitely a responsibility with school and everything, but it's fun to start, and it makes it almost more exciting to me, and everybody's excited to go to Mexico. As far as the teams, that's one of my favorite parts about playing at Liberty is that we play the top teams. It's a challenge, and it's a great way to just get us going. It's like, hey, wake up. It's time to go.
But that challenge also, I mean, you guys have had a lot of success and been able to beat some of those teams. So do you take these first couple of weeks as, challenge, but hey, we can go toe-to-toe with some of the top teams in the country?
Yes, and that's great. great for the team like mentality. It's hard in past years. Like we've come away with a lot of losses, but you see even in some of those losses, you see you're like, hey, we're standing here toe to toe with these teams. Like we're right there on the cusp. Like there's no reason we're not going to win the next team we play, the next game we play. And so especially like me having seen it for 3 years now, and I know the younger girls, like that means a lot. That puts confidence there and like lets people know like, hey, like we're here to play and we're good enough to do that.
I know the schedule, like people look at the schedule and see it's front loaded. You have Oklahoma, you have UCLA, you have Tennessee, but throughout the year you're going to play like Clemson, Virginia Tech. How much in Duke as well? How much does, from a competitive standpoint, just making sure you stay sharp throughout a season, knowing you have top 25 teams that are mixed in with conference play, and how that works out throughout a year?
Well, it's incredibly encouraging. Maybe that's the word. Motivating is probably better. Like just to stay sharp. Like I said, playing all these top teams, it makes you like playing them and competing with them well. It is motivating like nothing else. Especially starting with them, you're like, hey, we either need to pick it up or like, hey, we're right here. And then knowing we have them throughout, it's just exciting to like be like, oh, we play them next week. We play this team next week. It's super exciting.
Obviously, we all know about Karlie, right, and what she's been able to do. But what about some of the other pitchers on this team that maybe we don't know as much about? Or what have you seen out of them?
Well, aside from Karlie, we have a young staff. Emily's older, but this is her first year here. I'm really excited about Emily. She looks really good, changing it up from Karlie. And then the other two, Bachman and Dieter, are younger, but I think that they can step up. I've seen them get a lot better last year and this year too, so I'm excited for them too.
What area do you feel this team has improved on from last year being in a regional?
For me, personally, improvement from last year and then just like team wide, our offense just continues to get smarter and smarter, I feel like. And at some point, that matters as much as like mechanically and swinging things. Coach Sammy has helped everyone tremendously. I can testify to that, and I know so many others can as well.
You say smarter, you mean like looking for certain pitches and certain counts? Do you mean running the bases smarter? What?
All of the above, but for me specifically, hitting, just like your mentality, what you're thinking about, knowing your pitcher, knowing your situation, knowing your responsibility in your job.